For the prayer and pledge of allegiance. Our Father,
who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom, and power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, good evening, everybody. Before we begin tonight, I would just like to take just a moment to recognize the passing of Tony Druitt. Tony dedicated 25 years of service to the City of Napoleon Fire and Rescue Department and played a pivotal role in shaping emergency medical services within our community. As the city's first paramedic and a leader within the department, his work helped establish the level of care our residents have relied upon for decades. What stands out most is after retirement, Tony returned to serve once again, not because he had to, but because of his love for the job and for the City of Napoleon. On behalf of City Council, we extend our deepest condolences to the Druitt family, the members of Napoleon Fire Rescue, and all those who had the privilege of serving alongside him. His impact on the community will not be forgotten. I would ask everyone to join me in a moment of silence to honor Tony, his decades of service to the City of Napoleon, and the many lives he touched throughout our community. Thank you, everybody. All right. After that, we will move to item D, which is the approval of minutes. In the absence of any objections or corrections, the minutes shall stand approved from the June 1st, 2026 regular council meeting. I'm hearing none, they will stand approved. And I'm going to add one more item here. Our mayor has a proclamation to share with us tonight.
Yes, I do. This is for Greg Kuhlman, who is retiring from the City of Napoleon. So Greg, if you can come up here, please. Okay, whereas Gregory Kuhlman has faithfully served the City of Napoleon as a dedicated employee of the electric department for 43 years, demonstrating commitment, professionalism, and outstanding service to the community. And whereas throughout his years of service, Mr. Kuhlman has contributed valuable knowledge, skills, and dedication to the daily operations and success of the city, helping to improve the quality of life for the residents and supporting the mission of the organization. And whereas Mr. Kuhlman has earned the respect and appreciation of coworkers, city officials, and community members through his hard work, reliability, and willingness to go above and beyond in the service to others. Whereas the City of Napoleon recognizes that the strength of our community depends on employees who dedicate their careers to public service. And we extend our sincere gratitude for the years of commitment and contributions made by Mr. Kuhlman. Now, therefore, I, Joe Valeruffi, the mayor of the City of Napoleon, along with the members of City Council, do hereby recognize and honor Gregory Kuhlman for 43 years of dedicated service to the City of Napoleon. You have a speech prepared?
I really did all that. I know, it was always my intent when I took this job to bring the department to a higher level of reliability. And I think we accomplished that. I mean, when I go out, I get nothing but kudos from the customers. We're never out of power, you know, so, and that was what it was all about, keeping everybody in power. So, and we succeeded, so. And I thank the city for all the opportunities that they afforded me. So it's been a long time, but it's time to go home and take care of the grandkids.
I have one more thing for you. So this is the first key to the city that I'm giving out today.
Wow.
So, I'm not sure what door it opens. I'm sure you can find that. There you go.
Thank you, appreciate that. I think you should.
Take that out
Let
of
me
the
take
wrap.
out the
Yeah,
wrap.
me.
He's got plastic
Here, I'll-
there.
Shove bubble wrap. Thank you.
Wow, the key to the city.
Hey Greg,
Yeah.
get these people in, shake
Oh,
your
I'm
hand
sorry.
over here. On your pager. Thank you, Greg.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right. We will get back to our regular scheduled programming now. Item E is citizen communication. If anyone is in attendance tonight, they would like to address council for any matters outside of the agenda topics, now would be the time to do so. Hi, welcome. Ma'am, if you would, just state your name and address for the record.
My
and
name is
then-
Arlene Wyrock. I
Perfect.
live here in Napoleon.
Thank you, ma'am. And we'll give you 5 minutes, okay?
Okay, I have some papers I'd like to have distributed. I don't have everybody a copy, but I would give you a brief view of what is in this packet. Basically, I'm here again today to revisit the alley between East Main and East Front in the 300 block. On her initial complaint, Lori Sinclair sent me a letter stating the alley was fine, and you'll see in the packet, there's a picture that Showtie himself took. A few days later, I called again stating that they've added more rocks, stones, and debris in the alley, and there is another picture of that. She did not offer to recheck, but instead told me that alley is fine. So when the city made their parking spaces in front of our houses, they made 3 parking places for their neighbor, which they now park in that extra space, which technically is in the alley, and you can see another picture. Now it is June. This is what it looks like now, and there's a picture in there stating on 6/8. Even when there's even rocks on the sidewalks, as you can also see, and this alley is not a sod alley. It does have gravel in it. The main and front alley at the east main entrance has an opening of only 7 feet, 3 inches, whereas on the surveyor's sheets from the courthouse, it's supposed to be 16.5. The west point, or the widest point of any one point in this alley is only 13 feet, 7 inches from the property line on East Main. And that's at the back where the 2 alleys cross in the back of the alley. According to section 901.03B, no person or owner should permit any street, sidewalk, or other right-of-way to be encumbered with rocks, boulders, barrels, cans, articles of substance of any kind as to interfere with the free and unobstructed use thereof. Also included is a pic of the alley between Hobson and Jefferson. This is clearly a sod alley. If the city closes the main and front streets alley, the city would have to use this sod alley to do its electrical line work, which is located on the 321 property line. They could not drive through this due to the overhanging trees, brush, and cannot drive through this alley. There's also 2 houses in the back that use these alleys. We would appreciate turning this alleyway into its proper condition for the use as it was intended to be. And I would like a response by the end of June. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Wyrock. If you would, there's a sign-up page on that podium. Would you mind just writing your name and contact information on that for us? And then I will get with staff and follow up personally with you if that's okay, Ms. Wyrock.
Okay.
You said by the end of June, right?
Yes, please.
I won't make you wait that long, but we'll get you an answer here shortly, okay? I appreciate all of the information and the photos and everything, so thank you for your preparation as well.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Wyrock.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Are you on the property?
Yes, sir.
Are you on this property?
If you would, state your name and address for the record.
My name is Brandon Elliott, and I'm from 2642 Stanford Drive in Toledo. But I drove out here to talk quickly with you guys about some of the work we're doing with townships in Lucas County. Last fall, I was recruited from Pearson Education, which you guys probably bought their textbooks back in the day, or Prentice Hall, if you would have known them. And I left that corporate job and moved up here from Atlanta, which I don't know how I made it through the winter, but I did. I've never been this cold in my life. And so the company I work for is called Falcon Forge, and we've worked with Springfield Township, Swanton Township, Spencer, Freedom, Richfield, and Monclova Townships just in Lucas County with a solution we came up for an unfunded state mandate. And your law director may know this too, but House Bill 96, Revised Code 9.64, the cyber compliance law. And so we created a way that any one of our customers that I just mentioned can log on and in 30 seconds begin a presentation to an auditor when they come in. A complete 360-degree view of where your cyber posture is, your risk, and everything that your IT department's done. And I wanted to share that with you because it's something that no one else is doing in Ohio like we're doing. And I'd love to have a conversation with you, Lori, or something about that. And then also just share some of the bad actor threats coming at you guys. We're also working with a county you may have heard of that's been in the news a lot. And we are as far as Catawba Island. I've worked with Chief Gangway and trained Catawba Island. The great thing is our support training is tech cred approved. And if y'all don't know what tech cred is, any for-profit business that needs tech training or any government agency that needs tech training can get it at a net zero cost. The state of Ohio reimburses you for that training. So everything I've described to you, including our AI phishing training and all that, is tech cred approved and reimbursable to the county, city, or village. And so there's a village right down the road from you guys being audited right now. And everything that we sat down and talked to the fire chief, who's the acting admin there, everything that we told him, he said that's exactly what the auditor just asked us. And it's no accident. We got a lot of input when we did this from the county commissioners and the Ohio Municipal League with Kent Scarrett, I think is the executive director. So I'd love to have a conversation with you, Lori, and I wanted to just let y'all know that there's bad actors out there. Don't put your stuff on LinkedIn. Do not, when you have new employees onboarding, tell them not to put when they're starting and not to put what job they have and not, all of that good information, just to keep it generic. But that's kind of what I want to do, is just show up today and say hi. And if I get the chance, Lori, I'd like to talk to you in a couple of weeks. So thank you. And I'll hand this to her and I'll sign
If
it.
you would, yeah,
Yeah,
just
thank you.
fill out that contact
And I'll
form.
leave my card out here, but if any of you have businesses, y'all should take Tech Credit Ohio. Y'all should take advantage of it. It's a great program.
Wonderful. Thank you for the information. All right, any other matters to come before council tonight? Okay. I'm hearing none. We'll move on to item F, reports from council committees. F1, the electric committee did not meet on June 8th, 2026 due to lack of agenda items. F2, the water, sewer, refuse, recycling, and litter committee held a joint meeting with the Board of Public Affairs on June 8th, 2026 at 5 p.m. And Dr. Dave.
Recommended council to start option 2. That's where we're utilizing a garbage truck and roll-offs for 3 pickup events per year, starting in the fall of 2026 for unlimited cleanup.
Thank you, sir. Item F3, the Municipal Properties, Building, Land Use, and ED Committee did not meet on June 8th, 2026 due to lack of agenda items. And F4, the Parks and Recreation Committee did not meet on June 15th due to lack of agenda items. That will bring us to item H, introduction of new ordinances and resolutions. H1 is ordinance number 017-26, an ordinance amending certain City of Napoleon traffic schedules, specifically Schedule 1, on-street parking prohibited on certain city streets as listed in Exhibit A, and repealing ordinance number 037-25 and declaring an emergency.
Motion.
Second.
Thank you. Lori?
Thank you, Council President. This is to change the on-street parking schedule concerning Highland Avenue, where issues with mailboxes being obstructed and causing delivery issues has been an issue for residents there. So we're asking for first read on that.
Pretty straightforward. Any questions or comments from council? Hearing none. Marissa, please call the roll.
Victor,
Yes.
Jordan,
Yes.
Brittany,
Yes.
Ross,
Yes.
Dr. Dave,
Yes.
Tom,
Yes.
Meredith,
Yes.
All right, perfect. I'll move to second read. Item H2 is resolution number 018-26, a resolution authorizing the expenditure of funds over $50,000 for the purpose of preparing the City of Napoleon's comprehensive master plan with thoroughfare plan provisions and zoning code in and for the City of Napoleon, Ohio, and to award said purchase of the comprehensive master plan and zoning code to Revel
Yep.
Limited and declaring an emergency. Do we have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Lori?
Thank you, Council President. So the city's zoning code, I believe, by estimates, was last looked at in 2010, approximately. So a couple of topics that have come up in the past year have been the use of Airbnbs, camping, so those are some of the bigger issues. I think there's a lot of code that's probably out of date for us, and so having a good look at that was something we discussed at budget time last year. We did put $100,000 in the budget to cover those costs. Chad and I were able to meet with Glenn Grisdale from Reveille a few weeks ago, and he has been involved with the city since 1999. He knows our codes very well, and he's worked on the master plan, so he's very familiar. And the master plan was last completed in 2019, so we are due for that to be updated as well. So his proposal for $98,400 would do both of those things. Chad's worked with them in the past and is very familiar, can offer his insight and answer questions, but we do need to do both of these at the same time so we can make sure that our zoning code is working toward the goals that we're trying to set for the city. Chad, do you have anything to add about that?
I mean, Lori summed it up very well. Just to add on to that, because we are requesting to waive the quality-based selection process. Glenn not only has done our last several plans, he has also done work with the CIC, he did the county's plan. He's worked in Henry County quite a bit. We deal with many consulting firms throughout the year. Reveille is one of the few that concentrates on comprehensive plans, zoning codes. This is what they do. They don't do other stuff. And when I was asked to include the comprehensive plan, I was pleasantly surprised that the number came in under the budget to be able to do both. So having worked with Glenn for so many years, I just encourage you to pass this legislation. I know we did not put on the agenda a request for suspension. At council's discretion, the sooner this is passed and we get under contract, the sooner we can complete the revisions. Right now, Glenn's schedule has us completing this sometime mid to third quarter of '27. So this will be a long process. If you're so inclined, I would request it, but if not, I understand we can wait through 3 readings. Thank you.
Thank you, Chad.
Good point.
Any questions or comments?
Can you explain what the process looks like on, if he has some recommendations for some changes, how that works?
I'll go through what we did last time. The last time, he met with key city staff. When we did the comprehensive plan, he met with many of the department heads. He met with city manager. I believe he met with a member or two of council. He held public meetings, and in the public meeting we held at Overhouse Park, he would ask questions on the screen, and it was open to anyone from the public, and people had little clickers in their hand, and they could pick what item was most important to them. So he takes all the input from the public as well as those who work here and see everything on a daily basis and compiles it into one plan, and then there's 2 to 3 or 4 iterations before the final plan is put forward. That plan, once it's finalized, would be brought to council for approval, and once approved, we then, council and staff is able to rely on that when we have a business or some type of industry coming into town for planning purposes, as well as making sure they fit in the proper location throughout the city.
Thank you.
Yep.
Great question. Anything else? No? All right. Is there a motion for suspension?
Motion.
Second.
Thank you. Marissa, please call the roll on suspension.
Victor?
Yes.
Jordan?
Yes.
Brittany?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Dr. Dave?
Yes.
Tom?
Yes.
Meredith?
Yes.
All right. And please call the roll for the resolution, please.
Victor?
Yes.
Jordan?
Yes.
Brittany?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Dr. Dave?
Yes.
Tom?
Yes.
Meredith?
Yes.
All right, that has been approved under suspension with first read. Thank you, Lori. Thank you, Chad.
Thank you.
That will take us to item I, second reading of ordinances and resolutions. Item I-1 is ordinance number 016-26, an ordinance amending chapter 955 of the codified code of ordinances of the city of Napoleon, Ohio, to add section 955.09U regarding off-season golf rates, including green fees and cart rental fees. Do we have a motion?
Motion? Second.
Thank you. Lori?
Thank you. So this is the second reading for adding the off-season golf rates and fees to the city's ordinances. Tony is here tonight if you have any questions about that.
About golf or the rates?
Talk about golf later.
Any questions or comments? All right, hearing none, Marissa, please call the roll.
Victor?
Yes.
Jordan?
Yes.
Brittany?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Dr. Dave?
Yes.
Tom?
Yes.
Meredith?
Yes.
All right, that will move on to third read. Item J is third reading of ordinances and resolutions. J1 is ordinance number 015-26, an ordinance appointing David Busick as the Napoleon City Law Director of Napoleon, Ohio, and declaring an emergency.
Motion. Second.
Thank you. Lori, anything to add here?
Nothing to add. I would like just to let you all know that unfortunately, Mr. Busick was unable to attend the meeting tonight. I know we usually like to have the third vote and approve and meet the new employee, but he's still working. So he has a meeting tonight in Sydney, and he's wrapping up his time there, and he will be here assuredly bright and early on July 13th. So
Sounds good.
he sends his apologies.
All right, anything to add from council? Okay, so Tony, we still have one more meeting with you?
You got me in the next meeting,
All right.
and I'll be here, because they didn't fire me, Jim took it back. I get out of going to 3 meetings a month here soon in July, so
Well, we
probably
are,
won't open up rates for golf, or open up golf.
we're very appreciative for all that you've done for us, and we look forward to seeing you in July. Unless there are any other questions or comments? Going once, going twice. Marissa, please call the roll.
Victor?
Yes.
Jordan?
Yes.
Brittany?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Dr. Dave?
Yes.
Tom?
Yes.
Meredith?
Yes.
All right, that has been approved on third read, and welcome, Mr. Busick. Item K, good of the city. K1 is discussion or action approval of the power supply cost adjustment factor for June 2026. SPSCA 3-month average factor 0.02505 and JV2 0.042389. Lori.
All right, thank you. I do not see any significant changes here. Looks like we're down actually a little bit from the previous 2 months, but unfortunately still a little higher than we were at this time last year. So just seeking your approval.
Thank you, Lori. Anything to add, Kevin? Are you good?
Yeah, we're good. The only thing I would just add for information purposes is we always approve JV2. JV2 is what that is the diesel plants here in the city of Napoleon, and there's a different formula on how that agreement was for that joint venture. So while sometimes it works in their favor, sometimes it's a bit higher, and this times it's a bit higher. But it's a customer of one, but we still have to approve it every month. So just a little information on that.
I appreciate you saying that. I think it took 6 years for me to figure out what JV2 was, so thank you. All right, can I have a motion to approve, please?
Motion?
Second.
Thank you. Marissa, please call the roll.
Victor,
Yes.
Jordan,
Yes.
Brittany,
Yes.
Ross,
Yes.
Dr. Dave,
Yes.
Tom,
Yes.
Meredith,
Yes.
All right, that has been approved. Item K2, discussion or action recommended to council to start option 2, utilizing garbage truck and roll-offs, 3 events per year, starting in fall of 2026 for unlimited cleanup. Lori?
All right. So we know that due to the increasing cost of our unlimited pickup program here in the city over the past several years, that we were directed to come up with some options to modify the process and keep costs in check. So those were discussed at our last water, sewer, refuse, recycling, and BOPA joint meeting. Chad Luffs, our Director of Public Works, and Operations Superintendent Brian Oakley presented 3 options, and the committee is recommending the second option, which you can see here, and also Chad is here to answer some questions, or any more questions.
Thank you, Lori. I did have a question. If we were to keep services exactly as they are, given the cost from 2023 to 2026, spring pickups have gone up 43% in those 3 years. If you had a ballpark, a percentage increase to the 17 and some change rate 5 years from now, where would you ballpark that increase?
To approximate that, we would probably need to look at the entire cost. Right now, I believe, so of the $20 per month that's charged for our entire program, and just so it's on record, that includes refuse, recycling, yard waste site, unlimited pickup, and mosquito spraying. $1.44 of that goes towards unlimited pickup. However, that is not the cost of it. Right now, I believe the cost is approximately $1.82, and that does not include the high 2026. That's 23 through 25. So our average cost for unlimited pickup is $1.82 of the bill. I take that back. It's $1.82, but if you take the total cost, $1.82 is what percentage of that fund? The percentage is 7.2%. 7.2% of the $20 you pay is $1.44. So it costs $1.82. We're paying $1.44. In 5 years, I think that could easily be over $2. So if it went up with fuel, the increased solid waste costs, we could see that raise another 10 to 15%, I would think, on a conservative side, maybe 20%. But yes, right now, the $20 per month is $1.44. To make it break even, not including the 2026 spring, it would need to be at $1.82.
Okay. So if that estimate in 5 years is around the $2 mark, that would be a 38% increase in the next 5 years, just to recoup cost.
For that component of that fund, correct?
Okay. All right. we budgeted how much this year?
Round number, $60,000.
And spring pickup was 41.5.
Yes,
Historically, our fall pickup has been smaller than our spring. You shared
Yes.
that in the committee meeting.
for example, 2025, fall was, or I'm sorry, we'll say 2024 fall was 26 and spring was 35. So, yeah, there's about 9,000 more in the spring than in the fall.
Okay.
And that's about average, anywhere from $7,000 to $9,000 increase in the spring.
So if we kept services as they were this year, we'd be looking at a budget adjustment of around 13 increase?
Probably in that neighborhood. I would guess was thinking I would need to request 15 just to be on the safe side.
Okay. Then, for those council members that weren't in the committee meeting, can you share the cost of option 2?
Yes. So first, to outline what option 2 would be, option 1 and option 2. Option 3 is we keep things the way they are today. Option 1 and option 2 involves the public 3 times a year bringing their items to our facility on Industrial Drive, where we would have them unload their items, and in option 1, they would throw them into a roll-up container. In option 2, they would throw them into our spare garbage truck. We were recommending utilizing the spare garbage truck because you can compact it and you will have fewer trips to the landfill. For that option, and we modeled this after what Wasion currently does. However, Wasion only offers the service 1 time per year. With the numbers we used, it would be approximately $13,500 each time we did it. So at 3 times, option 2 would be estimated at just under $41,000. About what we spent this past spring.
Okay. Thank you, Chad. So the annual cost as is now is $17.28. Sorry, I'm kind of backtracking on myself.
Oh, yeah, yes. You're talking just the yard waste.
Just the yard,
Yes, the
yeah.
$1.44 times 12.
12, okay. All right. Do you know, was,
Or I apologize, it's $1.40. No, I was right, $1.44, $1.41 is yard waste site.
okay.
Too many numbers.
For those council members that weren't in the committee meeting, were these numbers dispersed to them, do we know? Or options or anything?
The memo's in the packet.
Yeah,
It's in the packet.
yeah, the memo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
on Friday, but
the memo was there, but it was only May's meeting notes, so I didn't get caught up on June's conversation.
Okay. And from conversation we had in the committee, this does not take legislation to change, right? We're simply looking for an approval tonight to implement it. I guess one of my hesitancies here is the other 4 members of council that aren't on that committee might not have had time to fully dig in to all of the numbers and data to make a strong vote here, especially in the last week with the amount of pushback I've received personally. I want to be sure that we're doing the right thing and that everyone's on the same page and we can make an educated move going forward. That's kind of where my mind is, but I would open it up for discussion or questions or anything else.
One of the things I'd like to mention why we lean toward option 2. Option 2, besides using a garbage truck to compact, and that's why it's a lesser cost, if something does happen to that garbage truck, it would automatically revert to option one. And so we get the most efficient option with option two. And if something does happen to the garbage truck that's knocked out for a little while, it will just automatically convert to option one, which is still less expensive than what we're currently doing.
And if I could clarify, another part of the memo I didn't mention. Currently, when we have unlimited pickup, we do not pick up recycling. We allow property owners, or we allow customers the option of holding their recyclables, because if they're put out that week, everything goes in the garbage truck. With option one and option two, the garbage truck and recycling truck would still run their normal routes. We would still offer both of those curbside services as we would any other week. Also, one thing I didn't mention in both option one and option two, similar to how we operate with leaves, anyone that can show a current utility bill and proof of ID, we would offer curbside pickup. However, it would be limited to 1 cubic yard, which is essentially, we fill the entire back of the truck, pull the handle, compact it, that's 1 yard. So that would still be offered to anyone 65 and older or someone with a disability. So that was also outlined and presented in the memo. That's what was presented to the committee. So I just want to make sure you have all that information as well.
Do you count not owning a truck being a disability?
Well, everybody's got friends. And there are many sides to this whole situation. I'm not trying to be rude, but I'll be frank. The comment's been made internally when we were looking at this that somebody got it to their house so they can get it to us. We do see a large amount of garbage hauled into town the weekend before we do this. We have a large amount of scavenging going on in the metal, which helps us to try to offset some of these costs. We would have provisions for if metal's brought to us, we would be able to take that and recycle it, and I believe we would capture much more of that metal. I know, and that was also a reason for us considering not following Wasion's model of 1 time per year, because some people do not have larger vehicles, but because we would offer the service 3 times per year, people would be able to make 3 trips to us that every year instead of just the spring or fall. But not only that, but it would also allow the operations department to perform duties that week that normally we can't do the week of cleanup. We prohibit time off. We have 3 guys in the department that are not involved in unlimited pickup. So it would help us to continue keeping normal service during that week as well for all our other duties.
Any other discussion or questions?
If somebody's not able to make it for unlimited pickup, they still do have the option, doesn't the city come out and make a run? How expensive is that?
We still have the option for the special pickups.
Yes.
Special pickup, as I mentioned, if you call us up, you set the date that we're going to do it on, and then we come and, as I mentioned, when you fill the back of the truck, that's considered 1 yard. It's $15 per cubic yard.
So if somebody doesn't have the capability, at least that is an option.
We can still come.
Yes.
It may not be that week if we have staff dedicated to the unlimited pickup. Special pickups would be better served on other weeks, but we do special pickups every week of the year now.
So I appreciate what the committee did, and my opinion is, you know, it started out probably as a good thing, but as we've talked, it's migrated into people dropping stuff off in our city. I've seen people come through our neighborhood, dropping off stuff at my house, that's not mine, picking up stuff at my house. So it's kind of like it's a good idea, but it's morphed into something that hasn't been, it's becoming more and more expensive for us. And if you look through, drive through town and see the piles that are out there. And when, I think it was raining this past year, and I watched the guys work very hard, and it's like, it just doesn't seem like the right model. We need to do something better or different. And that's why I even suggested it in other council meetings that, and Chad and the team look at it.
Is a resident limited to one time dropping it off? Yeah,
that.
it's so,
Or like, yeah.
if there's a grandson that has a truck and goes pick up grandpa's, but
They would need to have the current utility bill and that resident's ID. It'd be best if that resident came with grandson. But yes, it's one trip, because we are offering this 3 separate times per year. I believe we have it set up currently. It would be April, June, and October, or April, July, and October. And some of the current rules in place would apply. With the chance that we might have to handle things, anything we would have to handle would have to be forfeit, nails removed. If we would have to assist, the rugs are gonna have to be rolled, tied, so we would keep those rules in place. Now, if they're handling it themselves, we would let them bring any size they want.
so to vet that, how are we, I mean, the employees are just looking at a license and a utility bill, but how are we keeping track that they don't come back a week later?
Well,
Or later that day or
Yeah.
whatever.
first of all, it's only for that week, and I mean, we can do our best to try to keep records of who we saw. We will never come up with a way to stop it all. We're just trying to reduce it.
Okay,
We'll do our best.
right.
We have some staffing levels that we think on how we would do it. We have hours of, say, 7 to 6 o'clock at night during the week, and then I believe it was 8 till noon on Saturdays. 3 guys there during the day, 4 guys on Saturday. We would shift our work schedules so that guys weren't working overtime. So all of that thought went into it to put these numbers together. So like not using overtime, we don't have any overtime hours in here. The overtime on Saturdays, we have in here. The estimated number of roll-offs it would take based on the reduction we believe we would see in the tonnage based on the tonnage Wasion sees. Wasion sees less than 1/3 of the tonnage we see. So we prorated their numbers, population to population, to come up with our tonnage. So that all went into the formulas for us to calculate this. And we got the pricing from Whirler for roll-offs, and we know the pricing if we make a run to the landfill.
Okay. I appreciate everything that's been put into this with the staff and committee and everybody.
And it was a lot of staff.
I can imagine.
Don't think I did. Randy and Brian put a lot of time into this.
So what I heard there is you did it all? Understandable. But for me, I would like some extra time just to review everything that the committee reviewed. So that's kind of where I am right now.
You beat me to the punch. I was gonna echo the same thing. I feel like I'm drinking through a fire hose a little bit. I'd like to kind of process a little bit of this. I agree with Tom. Something has to change. I don't think what we currently have going is working or feasible to continue. But I also think that I owe it to our citizens to represent them properly, to put a little more thought process into this. And now I could speak a little more intelligently to them about what the proposed change is.
Could you touch a little bit more upon what goes on right now when you're doing unlimited pickup and how much stress it puts on the staff and different departments?
Yeah, the operations department really is the only department involved. We have 19 guys. Generally, we will hold back one guy from water, one guy from streets, and one mechanic. The rest of them are out there. However, those three, a lot of times, are the ones that are in the truck that goes around and picks up metal. So, as you've seen in the past, a lot of times we get behind a little bit on the metal. This year, we were actually able to get it done Friday, but if we have a utility locate come in for a project in town, somebody needs us to go out and mark the properties where the utilities are, we have to pull guys back in, and then we're shorthanded. Usually we pull our water foreman in, who's on the metal recycling truck, and that'll put the metal truck behind. Or if one of the other departments has an issue with a vehicle that we need to get on top of, and we need to have the mechanics pulled off of the unlimited pickup. And I know it's just a staff issue, but we do not allow any time off. The only time off permitted that week is a funeral. You can't submit time off 9 months ahead of time, it's denied. And then when we have emergencies, we have had it, it's not common, but we have had water main breaks that week. Then we have to pull 5 guys off the trucks we have 19, 16, so we have 16 guys out there. We gotta pull 5 of them in because of that issue. And then if we do have a problem with one of the vehicles like we had this year, we had to rent an additional truck, and that was part of the additional cost this spring, which causes our prices to go up. So staff sees it differently, and I can appreciate council's view of this. I can appreciate the positions you're in making this decision. Yes, we are very concerned about the budget, but we're also trying to get our daily work done, and to get a week behind puts us usually a couple weeks behind.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't think this is a matter of, are we going to provide the service or not? It's how do we provide the service that is cost-effective and sustainable? And I think this is a great recommendation. I just want to give people plenty of time to digest it and make an informed decision, because it will cause some waves in the community. So I just want to be sure that we're doing our due diligence here. So I personally would like to table this, maybe bring it back next council meeting, if everyone is good with that.
Yeah, if you're gonna table it though, do you have specifics that you're asking Kevin, Chad, or someone to bring back specific information that has not been provided?
I think my concern is I didn't even know the intricate details that I now have in front of me.
Agreed.
So when I was getting hit up from the community and being asked, well, how does this work and why was this decision made? Because I didn't have those meeting notes to make those comments back and inform our citizens of why. Now I feel a little more comfortable. Now I can go seek their responses, and then I can make a better vote. So right now, my answer is no, I don't have specific questions. After I think about this tomorrow, I might have a couple, but I feel better. I just like the opportunity to go speak and mull it over before I make a vote.
And I guess to other council members, my question would be, what pushback did you get? Was it, it's a nice service, but it
Yeah.
does cost us, and it's not gonna get cheaper because tonnage has gone up, we saw that. We
Yes.
have that number. Fuel's gone up, our labor cost has gone up. You know, the rental for our trucks, et cetera, has gone up. It's only gonna get more expensive with the tonnage going up, so it's compounding. So were there, you don't have to answer it here, but I'm just curious what, it's the loss of the service that people are upset with and maybe not understanding the cost associated with it?
Yeah, I think that's a big portion of it. I think that we offered a service above and beyond what other communities did. And hats off to our staff for maintaining it this long. But the feasibility of being able to continue that forward, I don't think is realistic. But again, when I was having those conversations, I couldn't give them the feedback on all the reasoning why, or the
Okay.
cost structure or the breakdown. I feel more educated now, then I can go have those conversations and go there, but I agree with everything you're saying. I think that our staff has done such a wonderful job for as long as they've sustained this. But unfortunately, people abusing the program, bringing in outside stuff, scavenging metal, removing stuff. I mean, it's becoming so much of a headache, and then it's putting your staff behind. So I think if this addresses a lot of those very neatly, I'd just like the opportunity to have those conversations before I make the vote.
It's not gonna hurt, there isn't an immediate rush on this, is there? I mean, we need to eventually come to a decision, but it's not gonna hurt anything to wait another half month.
No, not at all.
Okay.
If we push this off for 6 weeks, we might have to just go with our normal method for the fall, just because we have to get rental trucks or roll-offs in place. We currently have trucks in place, but we do have time to cancel those. As long as it's a topic and we have momentum moving forward, we have time for a decision to be made.
Okay, thank you.
I appreciate your consideration.
Thank you for everything, Chad. I really do appreciate it. I would make the motion to table this discussion, if we could have a second.
Second, third,
Marissa, please call the roll for tabling.
Victor,
Yes.
Jordan,
Yes.
Brittany,
Yes.
Ross,
Yes.
Dr. Davis.
yes.
Tom,
Yes.
Meredith.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate the discussion there. Item K3, discussion or action to approve the Napoleon Fire Department to apply for the AFG grant. Lori.
Thank you. Unfortunately, neither Chief Bowen nor Assistant Chief Sturts were able to attend tonight, but they are requesting approval to apply for the Assistance to Firefighters grant. In the past, this grant was used to pay for their air packs. This was back in 2012. There's a more technical term for that if you want it. I have the paper here, but basically that's what they need to be able to breathe when they go into burning homes or other dangerous situations. This apparatus that they currently purchased in 2012 is reaching the end of its life in 2028. Because this application, so the grant is provided by FEMA, so being federal dollars, it's required to be submitted. This legislation is required to be submitted with the application. The cycle opened on May 19th, it closes on June 22nd. So we weren't quite prepared for that. So we would be asking you tonight, instead of directing the law director to draft the legislation, to treat this as first read and pass this under suspension so that they can get the application in. I will tell you that the estimated cost to replace these air packs is $462,212. So if awarded this grant, the city would be responsible for 5% of that, which is $23,110.60. So if we don't get awarded, we do have an extra year to try to apply again next year. But like I said, this apparatus is phasing out, and at this point, the support is no longer there and replacement parts are no longer there. So,
Thank you, Lori.
mhm.
So we have the legislation drafted.
Yeah, Tammy sent she drafted it to get ready for the next meeting, thinking that it could be passed under suspension then, but the deadline, she sent to me as yesterday, so the deadline is 6/22. So I think, you have a hard copy with you, Lori?
Of the legislation, I do.
Oh, 19/26. Nah, I can send to you.
You don't.
Got it.
I'll send it to you quick.
Yep, I have a copy here. Marissa came well prepared. Thank you, Marissa. Okay, so do we need a motion to walk on a piece of legislation at this point?
I hear what you said.
Do we need a motion to walk on a piece of legislation at this point?
Yes, we need a motion to suspend the rules first and foremost, and then we need to pass this in order to get under the grant time. So if the legislation is not passed tonight, they won't be able to submit the legislation with their grant, which under the FEMA rules, they won't be able to submit the grant then.
To discuss it as legislation, though, do they have to do anything extra since it wasn't already on here as legislation?
Why don't we-
No.
Okay.
Why don't we do a motion just in case?
Yeah, that's fine too.
With it being a piece of legislation. can I have a motion to walk on resolution number 019-26, a resolution authorizing the city manager to execute any and all documents necessary to apply for and accept a fiscal year 2026 Assistance to Firefighters Grant, AFG, from the Department of Homeland Security and Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, and declaring an emergency. Do I have a motion for the resolution?
Motion.
Second.
Thank you. Marissa, please call the roll.
Victor,
Yes.
Jordan,
Yes.
Brittany,
Yes.
Ross,
Pause. I shouldn't be calling roll right now. I'm
thought
gonna
you were
take
making
time
a
out.
motion to walk it on.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, all right. Appreciate that. Yes?
Dr. Dave,
Yes.
Tom,
Yes.
Meredith.
Yes.
And now for the first read.
Now for first read. All right, are there any discussions or questions for the resolution? Would anyone like to once over look at the resolution document? Should we take a 5-minute recess and give people a quick chance to do so? All right, sounds good. We'll go into a 5-minute recess, then we'll come back at 8:01. All right?
I have this memo from Jonah to,
If everybody needs a copy, I can send it to them quick.
At the same time?
We'll reconvene now that everyone has had a chance to read the resolution. Was there any discussion or questions on that? Okay. Hearing none, can we have a motion to suspend the reading, please?
Motion.
Second.
Thank you. Marissa, please call the roll.
Victor,
Yes.
Jordan.
Yes.
Brittany,
Yes.
Ross.
Yes.
Dr. Dave.
Yes.
Tom,
Yes.
Meredith.
Yes.
All right, and can we have the roll call done on the resolution itself?
Victor,
Yes.
Jordan.
Yes.
Brittany,
Yes.
Ross.
Yes.
Dr. Dave.
Yes.
Tom,
Yes.
Meredith.
Yes.
All right, so that will pass on first read under suspension. Thank you for everyone's patience there, I appreciate it. And thank you to our fire department for actively looking for these grants.
Yes.
$462,000 is not chump change, so, yeah, hopefully we're awarded that by FEMA. Item K4 is discussion or action, the second quarter budget adjustments. Just a motion to direct the law director to draft legislation. If we could have a motion, please.
Motion.
Second.
Thank you. Marissa, please call the roll.
Victor,
Yes.
Jordan.
Yes.
Brittany.
Yes.
Ross.
Yes.
Dr. Dave.
Yes.
Tom,
Yes.
Meredith.
Yes.
All right. Item K5, discussion or action to approve the Napoleon Police Department to apply for the Ohio Bureau of Workman Compensation Body Armor Grant.
okay, that was helpful.
So this is a reimbursement grant we put in for it before through the Bureau of Workman's Comp. It's for any ballistic armor plates that we would purchase for the year. We do have to buy it up front. That's already budgeted for, but it's a 75% reimbursement. So we're just trying to look to bring some of that money back in general fund.
Awesome. Thank you, sir. Just need a simple motion to approve this, unless there are any questions or comments.
Motion.
Second.
Thank you. Marissa, please call the roll.
Victor,
Yes.
Jordan.
Yes.
Brittany.
Yes.
Ross.
Yes.
Dr. Dave.
Yes.
Tom,
Yes.
Meredith.
Yes.
All right, that has been approved. Thank you to PD. Always appreciate grant opportunities. Item K6, discussion or action to accept a donation of $5,000 from the Chamber of Commerce for the firework display. Lori.
Okay, thank you. The memo is missing from the packet. However, I will apologize for the discrepancy in the $5,000 donation. I think that was a mistake on my part. It is $4,950 that the check has arrived in the amount of. And Tony, do you want to help explain what we'll be using that for?
Yes, we spoke to the folks at the Chamber of Commerce. We were trying to enhance our fireworks display this year, and they wanted to contribute to help enhance it. So they offered $4,950, so we will go towards the purchase of fireworks.
Awesome.
So this is America's 250. We do have quite a display plan, so that's very helpful that they were able to pitch in on that.
Yeah. Thank you for the information, Tony and Lori, and thank you to the Chamber. We appreciate the partnership. Could we have a motion to approve the donation of $4,950 from the chamber, please?
Motion.
Second.
Thank you. Marissa, please call the roll.
Victor,
Yes.
Jordan,
Yes.
Brittany,
Yes.
Ross,
Yes.
Dr. Dave,
Yes.
Tom,
Yes.
Meredith.
Yes.
All right, that has been approved. We'll go around the table. Kevin, I'll start with you this evening.
I have nothing, thank you.
Victor,
I have nothing.
Jordan,
Just that getting to vote for more fireworks is probably my favorite vote I've ever had to do.
it's Kevin's too.
Excellent. Can never spend enough on fireworks.
That's it.
Brittany,
I just want to say that, thank you to Napoleon Police Department and Officer Rubio for the kickball tournament. Received good feedback from that. My son actually attended it as well. He was excited. He said it was goated, and I think that means great. So he really enjoyed that, and I appreciate everything that was put into that. And then even the high school students that came out and helped with that, so that was nice. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor.
Brittany kind of stole my thunder a little bit, because I was gonna put Assistant Chief Roofer on the spot a little bit and ask how the kickball went. So we already know that.
It's goated.
It's goated. Yep.
We have Cops and Bobbers coming up next Tuesday. Do you have anything you want to add to that, or?
We think we got pretty good turnout and pretty good sign up so far for Cops and Bobbers. From what I've heard, there was quite a few kids, so we're looking forward to that. I know there's a lot of planning and things Rocky does to organize these things, so we'll appreciate the positive feedback. And I think the kids were also excited to see, I don't know if you know, Officer Strickland stayed on our
Oh,
auxiliary as
yes,
well.
yeah.
And he was out at the kickball with them, and he's gonna be helping out with Cops and Bobbers. It's gonna get Rocky going with that stuff, so it's nice to
Yeah,
see.
they really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Great, thank you.
All right, Dr. Dave.
Nothing for me.
Tom.
Nothing, thank you.
Meredith.
Just thank you to our Parks and Rec department. My boys and I have gone to the pool quite a few times, and it's always clean, and the lifeguards are on it. From a former lifeguard, I appreciate their due diligence that they do. And it's been a really great summer so far, in the parks too. My kids play baseball, and so everything has been very clean and run very well. So thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Tony.
Nothing, thank you.
Lori.
Just preparing for the APPA National Conference that a few of us will be attending at the end of the month. So we'll do some logistical discussion after this. But we will be out at the end of next week till the 1st of July. Not next week, the following week. And that's all I have. Thank you.
All right, perfect. I just had a couple questions. One, when does mosquito spraying start?
Basically, Chad, you want to speak to it?
I can.
Okay.
Generally, mosquito spraying starts, it's temperature based. We've been monitoring, basically we've been asking around if there's been any mosquito issues. Because the people we talked to in town did not claim to have any issues yet, we held off a week, just because that chemical is very expensive. I believe we're looking at getting it back on the schedule, either late this week or next week. But yes, we did hold off for an additional week or two, just because we didn't hear of any complaints. Anybody had any mosquito issues?
Surprisingly.
Okay, because Brian and I, that's how we make that determination. It's not a specific date. It's temperature based, but the cost of chemicals, the overtime cost for bringing a guy in, we're just trying to hold off to save money if we could. If we start having a mosquito issue, we will get them in. The schedule's set, we just haven't told the guys to go yet.
Perfect. That's the answer I was looking for. Thank you, Chad. One other question. I noticed while out at the pool, one, maybe two umbrellas.
They're fixed.
They're fixed?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Perfect.
They're back up. I meant to tell you
Good
that.
deal. I haven't been in a week or two, so good deal.
Yes.
All right, I'm good. Do we have, actually, we'll move to item M, approve payment of bills and financial reports. In the absence of any objections or corrections, the payment of bills and financial reports shall stand approved. They stand approved. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
Motion?
Second.
Thank you. Marissa, please call the roll.
Victor,
Yes.
Jordan.
Yes.
Brittany.
Yes.
Ross.
Yes.
Dr. Dave.
Yes.
Tom.
Yes.
Meredith.
Yes.
All right, we are adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
Yay.